song, just throw a bunch of things at you.
Alrighty.
I wrote the trick of this song. I know it so well. And if someone doesn't put themselves in that emotional space when that music starts, then that's always my first note.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not, where they are doesn't match the moment's devastation.
Right.
This is one of those rock bottom songs. It's like, you never imagined that anyone could be so cruel, and that's the beauty of this character, is that she would never imagine anyone would do this.
Right.
And so this is a really broken open moment. I thought you did that beautifully, because right as soon as the song started, you were just in this icy, almost couldn't move place. You can see how if someone has too much energy in their anger, or, do you know what I mean? Like, or you can imagine I've seen it all.
Right.
I know when it's not right, when it's false. And you did that beautifully. It was like, yay, you calibrated just the exact moment of like, I just want to go back. I'm just so embarrassed. You know, like, it was great. So, and I wrote, see, great.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so I'm just gonna throw these out for what they're worth. It's so hard what we do. Meaning, musical theater people. People don't realize, like, or maybe you do, if you're one, that we have to be actors and singers at the same time. And so it's taller order than to just let loose in a scene where you don't have to also actually sing and hit amazingly hard notes to hit, placed perfectly, while also feeling devastated. This is the tall order that this song presents to you, that all these songs that are so emotional present to these experts, these masters of musical theater, but it's both. And so what you're doing is you're right in the process of navigating the emotion with the technique. How do I sing? Because you can't do one without the other in musical theater. You can't lose it completely, or it feels overblown, right? Oh, it's too funny! You know, if it got all, you know what I mean? Now you didn't do that. But there was a moment where, pathetically naive, like, aren't you funny? Pathetically naive, desperate to believe you could always find some good. Well, you misunderstood it. You've been dreaming. That whole section, right?
Yeah.
You overshot it a little bit. It went a little sharp. And again, I have so much empathy. This is the hardest thing in the world to do, because you're flooding with emotion and you're self-pitying and all the right things. Then you have to also be like, Lord, right? I mean, it's just impossible. So you're in the process of that. As you keep considering like that, and you work on that with your voice teacher and you're training, you know, to bring those two together in this process. Think center of tone, always center of tone. Know when you can let the emotion flood and when you have to place notes. And calibrate those systems, and it's a process, right? But when you got to, aren't you funny, pathetically naive, when it flew sharp, it was because you were overblown in your vocals, right?
Right.
So just bring them to where you are still listening. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You're still listening, you're still controlling. And that's a master at work. So you're knocking at the door, my friend. But you just have a little more work to do to calibrate your vocals to this piece. It's really hard to do. And then the final thing is that I said, oh, I also thought you nailed the second verse into the chorus. Each time you say, isn't it funny, it's different. And that one is, you're a joke, right? That you would try to turn this good. You know, like, because the whole verse is, all disasters have an upside, I can find one. Yeah, it's good. I was dancing. And then it's like, you've got to be kidding. It's such self-loathing in that, aren't you funny, pathetically naive, that you can, oh, look at you, turning a smile on the mist, you know? That was beautifully done. Over to you.
Well, I would love to see you do it again since we have more time with her.
Yeah, great.
But I feel all of your emotions, and that's beautiful. I would, in my opinion, I would love to see more just different choices that you can do even sooner in the pieces we're watching. For example, is there a moment where there's, I'm just gonna throw things because anything could work. Is there some moment that there's more sarcasm? Is there a moment that you're actually laughing? Is there a moment that you're more angry? Is there just like a wider variety sooner to me?
Okay.
would be nice for interest.
It's a long song.
Yeah.
It is a long
Full of
song,
self-pity.
Yeah, and it's
so you find the peaks and valleys. is
yeah,
what
it's
she's
a
saying.
lot to sit through, kind of, you know, someone's super sad the whole time, you know, and so we want to see things earlier.
Okay. All right.
So
Just try to let other things come in on you. You know, I was saying a couple of people ago, I often say, and this doesn't fit this moment. I get that this is a devastating moment, but you can be like, this is the worst day of my life. And you're smiling when you say it. I'm not saying that's right necessarily for this song, but see if you can find other things just for experiment's sake. See what works, see what doesn't.
you can try that right now for fun, you know,
Right.
anything actually could work.
And then you can throw things that you don't like in the trash. That's always an option too. Like, oh, tried that didn't work. But we often feel like we have to put ourselves in a box about certain things, and it's fun to explore.
We've done exercises where someone's singing a song and you yell out a different emotion and they have to do it that way as it's happening, and it's incredible actually to experience.
Yes, yeah, love that. All right, so let's try it. Great. But you're really a great actor. Was it fun to just loosen it into, you know, we often get nervous because I have to dial in the best perfect thing for this moment, but the messiness is like so great. It's just whatever's happening to you in this moment, even if it's different. That's why that's known as great.
Anything
Yeah.
can go. Any emotion you can
Because
and
you know
I
the
wanted to
basics.
yell things out now.
No,
It's
it's
just
great.
fun. It's a really fun
It was
exercise.
great to see you experiment with different things because you're not leaving the world of the song. You still have the song in your heart. And you're not going to leave that world. But within that world, there's so many choices to make. Good on you. That was great.
Thank you.
Beautifully done. You're excused with our blessing.